In today's video, I will be showing you guys the best way to trade gold and to be easily profitable. So let's get right into it. Okay, so here we have an empty gold chart without any indicators, without any technical analysis. Why? Because we don't need indicators. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, with my experience, I trade naked charts. You guys can have indicators if you want to, but this strategy I will be showing you guys today is without indicators. So don't be hoping for a list of indicators that you can use or that I would recommend, because I don't use any. Okay, so first of all, a few key points is go to the higher time frames. Always do that. Look at the bigger picture. That's where it is more obvious. There you can find the key levels. So let's go to the daily. You could even go to the weekly, doesn't matter. But on the daily, you can see it's made a lower high and it's forming a pretty nice setup, and we could take a buy or a sell depending on what it is going to do, how the price is going to react. But that doesn't matter for now. Let's just find structure. That's the key point. Number one is find heavily support and heavily resistance, right? Because those two levels are the most important, and that's what you're gonna use to find your buy and your sell. Not only that, but I have a few more things, but that's the first step. So let's see on the daily. Why the daily? Because the daily shows the best levels of structure, the best levels of support and resistance. So as you can see right here, I will take my horizontal line and just put it on the previous support, right? As you can see, it touched here once. That's a heavily point, and it touched here again. So that's the way you can tell. My advice is, if you look for a support and resistance, have at least 3 points of identification, right? So as you can see right here, that's 1, 2. If you zoom in, that's 1, 2 right here, and then you have 3, 4, 5. So why is it a support level for the new guys, for the beginning traders? Support is basically the floor. It's your ground, right? So as you can see, here it is resistance. Why? Because it broke through. It did a retracement, it came back, and it's now using it as resistance. That's the floor, right? That's the ceiling. It's not gonna go higher. It's gonna reject, the price is gonna reject here, use this resistance and drop down, right? If it breaks through though, and it makes a pullback, then it becomes, what does it become? It becomes support, right? So that's why I'm saying this is a support level right here, because the price just reacted and is going back up, right? So that's the first level. You can do a few more levels, but that's fine for now. One is good, right? You can even do this, put one more, and use this as your target then, as a resistance, right? Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it, right? That's our resistance. So now we have our support and resistance, so we know what our target is. I suggest never trade if it is between the zones though. That's my number one rule. Don't trade if it is in the middle, right? Because then you don't know if it's gonna go up or if it's gonna go down. So now we took the daily support and resistance. Let's go down to the lower time frame, the 4 hour. The 4 hour is always nice for intraday trading. So as you can see, we just found the structures, so the support and the resistance. Look at this beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wicks that rejected this price and went back up, right? So that's our floor, that's our support. So as you guys can see, always put your support and resistance on the wicks. Don't put it on the candle, because if you would have done it on the candle, it would have been like this. Then it doesn't make any sense, right? If it is on the wicks though, like it was, then it's more accurate. It's way better for entries as well. So always do it on the wicks. Don't do it on the bodies of the candles. Do it on the wicks. So that's one thing you can do. That's basically really for beginners, but actually I still use it. I have quite some experience now. I've made a lot of money trading gold because it's my favorite pair, but I still use this, right? Why not? Because it's pretty accurate. What else I do on gold is go to the hourly, because I love to trade on the hourly, right? That takes us to the other chart right here. This is actually my active chart. This is how I trade on gold, right? This was an empty chart, just to show you guys. But what you can do for support and resistance is just wait when it comes back down to that level. If it rejects it, don't enter right away, guys. wait for the hourly candle to close. That's my tip. Wait for the hourly candle to close. If it closes like this, if you can see a true rejection, then you can enter, right? And then you can have a lot of pips and take some nice profit. Okay, let's go to my chart. My chart, as you can see right here, I took a sell here, took a sell here, took a buy here. Why? Simply because I'm using structure, right? I'm identifying the market and I'm putting it into a structure, because the market is always in a structure, right? I have to be honest, I wasn't this good in the beginning, because you have to train your eye. At the beginning, just start with support and resistance, but after a while, you can start seeing trend lines, you know? For example, you can start seeing trend lines like this, right? If you train your eye, let's see, then you can just use this. You see, and after you train your eye for a while, when you get better at seeing structure, you know, you can see price rejecting, and you can see price acknowledging those trend lines, right? It's not gonna disobey them. Sometimes it's gonna do a false breakout, but most of the time, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, it goes right back up here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, multiple key levels to enter. So once you train your eyes and become better at structure, trend lines, whatever, you can have this, right? That's how I'm doing it. So that's what the video is about. I just wanted to show you guys how I trade gold, and I know for myself it's really profitable because it's accurate. As you can see here, I had this trend line, right? And I also had this trend line. I saw it was going up, so it was respecting this trend line. It was in an uptrend, right? It broke the previous downtrend, so it's moving. It's changing directions, right? It's becoming an uptrend after being a downtrend, right? So I saw this right here, 1, 2, 3. Most of the time, I wait for the third touch, because in a trend line, it always touches 3 times. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Here as well, 1, 2, 3, enter. Okay. Here as well, 1, 2, 3, enter, and then you have a lot of pips. It's that easy. 1, 2, 3, enter, and that's what I did, right? So I entered here because it broke this structure, it broke this trend line, and it was respecting the uptrend, right? So I entered here, took some nice profits, and that's how easily it can be, guys. You just have to train your eyes. I couldn't do this in the beginning as well. As you can see, I have some key levels of resistance and support, because that's always important. As you can see, this support right here, it's respecting it pretty nicely. If this candle closes like this on the hourly, I would enter a sell, right? Or wait for 2 more possible confirmations. Okay, so one tip I can give you is find those key levels of support and resistance on the higher time frames, then go to lower time frames and find structure. Structure, you're not gonna find that easily in the beginning, but train your eyes, guys. Look for the wicks, look for the trend lines, look for the structure, right? Look for when it's breaking, when it's retesting, when it's dropping, everything, okay? It's not that difficult to see once you train your eye. I know it's hard in the beginning, but just practice it for a while. Even go to my chart, look at my chart, and do the same I did. Just repeat my structure, right? And then you can see, oh, okay, I understand why he did this, you know? I'm not gonna use structure that isn't structured. Don't look for structure that isn't there, right? Just look for the structure that is there, the good resistance, the good trend lines, you know? Because as you can see, it's working out pretty nicely for me. So this is how I trade on gold. It's nothing special, but it do works, and it's my best success rate I've had ever on a pair. So yeah, last Friday I had 9 trades, good trades out of 14. I made 7.82% on my account. So that's pretty nicely for on a weekly basis. So this is how I trade gold, guys. So just to repeat the video, first of all, look for a good structure, support, resistance. Second, go to lower time frames, look for structure, for trend lines, okay? And that's how I trade gold. I hope you guys did enjoy that. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I do one-on-ones as well. I give people advice, I help people out, because I know how it feels to be lonely in the trading market. I didn't have anyone when I started, still don't. But that's okay. That's why I'm doing this YouTube channel. That's why I'm starting this community, right? a community of real traders, of people that want a lot in their life, you know. They want to succeed. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I could do another video, a part 2, and go more into detail, more into depth. But yeah, this video was just for more beginning traders, to make it seem easy and just to make it understandable, right? So you guys can see what I'm talking about and understand it. I could go more into detail. I could go way further and show you guys way more, but that will be for another video. So like the video if you do want a part 2, if you do want a part where I go into detail and just drop the knowledge and drop the strategies I have, because this is not everything I do, of course. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.